the airport in 45 minutes.
Have a good trip.
I love you.
I promise I'll behave.
I promise to behave.
See, everyone's on their best behavior.
The producers of Fair Game approached my husband Joe and myself, and they knew that this was a really important story to tell about a particular place and time in United States history. It is a story, I think, of speaking truth to power and of holding your government to account for their words and their deeds. Sean Penn came to our home in New Mexico. We greeted each other, and he said, I just really have one question. Do you like the script? And we said, yes, we do. We're very pleased with it. And he said, okay, just a minute. And he stepped outside, and he called his agent, and he said, I'm in. My first contact with Naomi Watts was through a phone call. She called me up, and she had a very detailed and thoroughly prepared list of questions. She wanted to know more about, not surprisingly, the personal aspect of the story, what the dynamics were in the marriage, how did it work being a mother and going on these many overseas trips. It was quite a surreal experience to be on the set when she was playing me, and we would stop and talk about maybe something about the scene to try to make it as realistic as possible. When I watch it, I frankly go back and forth between remembering what it was like to go through that period, which personally, there were some very difficult days, and it's still painful. When I was given the opportunity to join the CIA, I really leapt at the chance, and I felt honored to do so. Public service was something that was considered to be noble in my family. My father was an Air Force officer. My brother was a Marine who was wounded in Vietnam. My mother was a public school teacher. Whenever I speak, particularly to young people, I always urge them to consider a career in public service. There is something to be said about something serving larger than yourself. I believe that this particular issue of nuclear weapons is one of national security that will percolate up to the political level, and they will hear it and they will act on it. We have a window of opportunity now that has not existed since the close of the Cold War. There's no question in my mind if Al-Qaeda or other terrorist groups are able to obtain a nuclear weapon, that they will use it. I think it is fair to say that there have been many close calls. The general public just doesn't know about all of them. All we know is what we have intercepted is but a small fraction of what is actually out there in the black market. A good place to start for an individual is to contact your senator and urge him or her to ratify the START Treaty. Understand the issues, how they affect you, and become engaged. It's the first step.